Welcome to the world of the past. Your caravan is now rolling up to the city of Ramses, Egypt, 3,500 years ago. The Israelites had it good in Egypt after Joseph saved them from a famine. But that was a long time ago, and there's a new pharaoh in town. This pharaoh is afraid of how many Israelites there are, and has made them all slave laborers to build his cities. They're working all day, sweating and breaking their backs without rest. There are even rumors that Pharaoh has plans for newborn Israelite boys. We tell the story of the Exodus every year at our Passover Seder, but we also ask all kinds of questions to see what the story means to us in our own time. As we proceed on our journey, we will be asking you to answer questions as well. This year, like the Israelites, we have faced many difficult challenges. What is something that has been hard or uncomfortable to do? Who do you turn to when things get hard? Write down one word to describe what you spoke or thought about. Pause the recording here.
We now meet Moses when he's a little older, no longer floating down the Nile in a basket. He has left Egypt to start his own family and is beginning to get the hang of this sheep herding thing. One day, while working with his flock, he comes across a burning bush that is on fire but is never consumed. From the bush comes the voice of God, charging Moses to go back to Egypt and to save his people. Moses is nervous to take on this job, but God helps him figure out what to say, and Moses begins the journey back to Egypt. In the past year, what have you been called or charged to do? Has it been easy or difficult to do this? Why? Discuss with those around you or in your heart. Write down one word to describe what you discussed. Pause the recording here.
Moses went to Pharaoh many times to tell him to let my people go. However, Pharaoh's heart was hardened each time. God sent 10 terrible plagues to Egypt, and the people were subjected to rivers of blood, constant darkness, frogs, lice, and more horrible things. Oi Gewalt, what a time the Egyptians were having. Finally, thankfully, once the frogs and bugs were gone and the lights were back on, Pharaoh told Moses that the Jewish people could take a hike, and they packed quickly to go. The plagues in the Passover story remind us that there are still plagues we face today, people all over the world facing hurt and hate. What are some of the modern-day plagues in our world? What can we do to help make things a little better? Write down one and share. Pause the recording here.
Here we are at the shores of the Sea of Reeds, but the Egyptians are on our tails. What are we going to do? Some people just want to go back to Egypt. They'd be slaves, but at least the food was good. Hard labor for pita and hummus. But just when hope was lost, God told Moses to raise his staff, and miracle of miracles, the sea parted, and the people of Israel crossed on dry land. We thought it was impossible, but God brought us across the sea to freedom. In this past year, we have faced many challenges. When was a time this year you faced a challenge and succeeded? What have your silver linings been? Write down one and share it. Pause the recording here.
We made it to the other side of the Sea of Reeds, and the water closed back up again. And what do the Jewish people do when we are challenged and survive? Well, we eat, obviously. But this time, Moses' sister Miriam led the people of Israel in song and dance, praising God for the miracles the Israelites witnessed. Our tradition tells us that we should celebrate moments of joy. What is something you are proud of this year? How do we celebrate it? Write down one moment and share it. Pause the recording now.
Thank you for traveling through the Exodus experience. and sharing your memories from the past year with us. Be sure to shake the sand out of your sandals before you go anywhere else. This Passover, we hope you're leaving with more questions than answers, just like our tradition intended. Whether you're in the parking lot or at the Seder table, we hope that you have a wonderful Passover. Next year, may it be in the temple. Chag Sameach.